गुड मॉर्निंग सर।
Good morning. How are you?
फाइन सर, आप बताओ।
I'm also fine.
सर।
So today we'll start a new topic in our digital image processing. Getting it?
ओके सर।
So just I'll be sharing my screen. We'll wait for more 20 seconds for the other classmates to join. Can you see the screen?
यस सर।
Yeah.
Yes, yes, sir.
So today we'll start up a new topic on digital image processing because you see what happens is कि this you have to maintain all the candidates please join on time because again I have to disturb the entire flow is disturbed. Please join on time, okay? Maximum 1 minute will be given. Okay. Can you see the full screen?
यस सर।
Yeah, so today's topic is digital image processing. In that, we'll have already studied the pre processing technique that is related to your registration, whether that is the resampling technique, whether that is a intensity interpolation, geo rectification, geo referencing, geometrical corrections, radiometric corrections. Now we have done that. Now the next step, post corrections, that when you have corrected, you have downloaded the data, satellite data, you have done the radiometric correction, you have done the geometric correction. So what next you have to do? What next? So the next is, wait, again somebody is joining. Image enhancement. The next technique when we talk about digital image processing is image enhancement. Means generally we know that we are daily practicing image enhancement, but we don't know if we are performing a enhancement technique. Like if you are uploading some pictures into some social media, whether that is Twitter or Facebook or Instagram, you do use various kinds of filters or various kinds of softwares like Candid Plus, and there are other softwares where you want to look attractive. That's why you use those enhancement techniques so that your features of your face or body can be highlighted, can be prominently seen. In the same way, in the satellite image also, many times the quality of the image is not so good enough that you can identify or you can delineate the various earth objects. And in order to increase the visibility, in order to increase the interpretation, we have to use the enhancement technique. So the enhancement technique can be classified into two operations. Either it can be a point based operation or it can be a local operation. So now we'll read in detail what does image enhancement does. So image enhancement modifies an image to alter its impact on viewer. Why we are trying to alter the image quality? Because we want to have a clear representation of the various odd features that has been recorded by the sensor. So the enhancement is used to make it easier for visual interpretation and understanding of the images. So until unless if your features are not clearly seen visually, you cannot demarcate or you cannot delineate the various odd features. And until unless you are not able to delineate, you cannot have a clear understanding of the story, because you want to know about the genesis, whether it is related to your land records, whether it's related to urban planning, whether it's related to disaster management. You must have a clear understanding of the imagery. Now, what does enhancement do? It is a process of making an image more interpretable for a particular application to accentuate certain image features for frequent analysis for image display. So, until unless, like if you want to differentiate between a agricultural boundary and a forest boundary, if the boundaries are not clear or the plantation boundaries are not clear, you cannot have a clear demarcation of the area. And until unless you cannot see it, you cannot delineate it, you cannot map it. Either it's digitally or it's visually. Therefore, it's very important to get your image enhanced. So it's useful since many satellites image gives inadequate information for image interpretation. Many times the satellite image, many times, like out of 100 images you'll be finding 30 to 40% images are correct images, rest are having various kinds of error. Somewhere it can be radiometric error, somewhere it can be geometric error, somewhere it can be some other errors. So in order to make that interpretable, you have to enhance those images. So, attempted after image is corrected for distortion may be performed temporarily or permanently. So, enhancement can be a temporary or a permanent feature in your image. If you want to do it temporarily only for a single scene, you can that will be seen on your image. You'll get an output. If you don't save, your image, the original image will be intact. But if you will say go on changing the image what you have said, then there will be a permanent change in the image. So when we are talking about enhancement type for a satellite image, generally you have learned or you have already studied about various kinds of resolution, whether that is a spectral resolution, a spatial resolution, radiometric resolution, temporal resolution. In the same way, only the temporal resolution is left apart, and all the earlier resolution what we have studied will be changed or will be modified in terms of enhancement. So the first is enhancement is radiometric enhancement. Just like radiometric resolution, you have got a radiometric enhancement. So what does radiometric resolution do? It suggests about the brightness value of each pixel independent, means all the pixel number what it is recorded, the intensity what it is seen on the ground recorded by the satellite is based on your radiometric resolution. So when we are modifying the image in terms of radiometrically, what we are trying to modify, we are trying to modify the brightness value of each pixel in an image data set independently, because we are doing this operation in each and every pixels. That's why that will be classified under point operation, because we are doing pixel to pixel, means pixel means 1 point, second pixel means second, and go on and on and on, means that that is a point operation. The next one is spectral enhancement. So what does the spectral enhancement do? As we have already seen, if you compare your spectral resolution, I'll say panchromatic, I say a multispectral, I say hyperspectral means what? The number of bands are changing and the amount of information is changing in each and every satellite imagery. In the same way, when I'm talking about spectral enhancement, we are trying to enhance the brightness of the bands instead of values. So, what we do is in a spectral enhancement, we are trying to enhance the images by transforming the value of each pixel of a multi-band basis. So that will be the variation of the pixels value for each and every band, whether that is a blue band, green band, red band, near infrared band. So we'll be changing it, we'll be transforming the values for each and every band. And finally, just like spatial resolution, which corresponds to the smallest unit of an image, means modifying a pixel value based on the surrounding values. Just like if you recall, we have learned about resampling technique, where there is a nearest neighborhood, then you have got bilinear interpolation, and then you have got cubic convolution, where the pixels value are decided on the basis of the adjoining family members or the surrounding pixels. In the same way, when we talk about the spatial enhancement or spatial enhancement, we are talking about the modification of the value surrounding the pixels, and that is a local operation. Now, what does we do in radiometric enhancement? We'll be studying that into detail. So, what does it do? In radiometric enhancement, modification of brightness value of each pixel in an image is done independently, that we have already discussed in the earlier slides. What does it does? It brings out contrast in the image. So the contrast will be very prominently in your image if you do radiometric enhancement. It's applied separately for each and every band, because each and every band is different. That's why whenever you are performing radiometric enhancement, that has to be performed in each and every bands independently, and at last enhancement is applied to one band may not be appropriate to the other band, because this is a point operation. Means many times whatever operation or whatever techniques what we have done in a particular band cannot be a true feature to the other band. So that is what, when we are talking about radiometric, the clear understanding in your mind should be that we are trying to increase the contrast of the satellite images, because maybe the satellite image is quite dull, maybe it is dark, or it's at a, if it is dark, the value will be towards the lower sides of the pixel, that is near to zero, and if it's very white and very bright, means the most of the pixels value are towards the higher value, that is 255. So what we have to do, just like in a television, if you open your television, there is a balance between the contrast and brightness. So the contrast, right now we are trying to change the contrast of the satellite image in the same pattern what we try to change in our televisions. So if you go today and you see it, generally we have a balance 50-50 or 50-60. But if you change towards the lower end size, the brightness of your color television will reduce, and it will create a lot amount of stress, and maybe you cannot identify the various earth features or the features or the faces what you're seeing on the television. Vice versa, if you're going on increasing your contrast towards the higher value, so what will happen, it will be more brighter than the exact faces or the features which your witnesses on a television. In the same way, if you are not having a balance between a lower values and a higher values, what will happen, what will happen? Yeah, anyone?
सर स्लाइड चेंज नहीं हो रही थी।
Which one?
सर अभी हुआ।
No, I thought ki somebody is coming to my class, I have to make him join. So can you see my slides?
ये सर अभी हो रहा है चेंज, वो पहले नहीं हो रहा था, फर्स्ट स्लाइड ही था.
Oh, I've shown a lot of slides. Okay, anyways, so you can see these are the slides what I have already done. I have already narrated ki how the enhancement will be of different radiometric, spectral, and spatial. Already we have done this. We have done. So can you see the slides now?
Yes sir.
So what we have learned till now? Anybody who can explain ki what we have studied till now? Yeah, anyone? Nobody is interested. Rishabh?
Yes, sir.
Uh, what we have studied till now?
Sir, image enhancement, sir.
So why we are trying to do image enhancement?
सर इमेज क्लियरिफिकेशन के लिए सर इमेज एनहांसमेंट करते हैं सर.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, because anybody else? Because you cannot see features. That's why you're doing. Anybody else who wants to add to what Rishabh has said? That's why we are into it.
Sir, image enhancement, making visual interpretation and understanding image, मतलब image को और clear पढ़ने के लिए image enhancement is more important.
Yeah, fine. Perfectly done. So how we can do it? Now you know what the purpose of enhancement is, but how will we do it? Or what are the tools through which we'll be doing it? So as per the resolutions you have already studied in your earlier semesters and the classes, we'll be doing this enhancement either through spatial enhancement, or we'll be doing through spectral enhancement, or we'll be doing through radiometric enhancement. So when we are talking about radiometric enhancement, we are trying to change the brightness value of each and every pixels. Means we are trying to change the contrast of each and every image which is having an imbalance, whether it is a dark or whether it's a bright. So what we are trying to do in radiometric enhancement, also you will be having various techniques. So the first one is contrast enhancement, where the amount of difference between the average level of an object and that of the surrounding is very large. So what you have to do, you have to have a maximum intensity value, and you have to see what is the minimum intensity value of an image, and then you have to create a ratio between the maximum gray value and the minimum gray value, and on the basis of that the number what you will be getting it on the basis of the maximum value and the minimum value, the value of each and every pixels will be calculated, and you can see how and why the contrast stretching is needed. So anybody now can see that this is a satellite image, but if you go for the identification of the object, you'll find that the clarity is missing. It's more towards the darker side. So here, if I can go, I can see only the broader features, like I can see the rivers, I can have overall, I can see riverine sand, somewhere I can see some forest area, somewhere can be agriculture, but I cannot more detail if I want to get about the settlement area, vacant areas, crop lands, agricultural lands, fallow lands, and various other land use land cover features. It's quite tough to identify because the contrast of the image is very poor. So here you can see that the crowdness value of each and every band, the reflectance of the feature in each and every band, what it can be utilized is not taken appropriately. That the values are towards the lower end size, means it is towards the darker end. If we have created a false color composite using the band combination 421, so you can see that how this image has got a very poor contrast. That's why you need a contrast enhancement technique. So what can be the reason for low contrast? You can easily see that it's having a very low contrast. It can be because the scene itself has low contrast ratio, means the value between the maximum intensity and the minimum intensity is too low to identify the various earth objects. So the first is the reason for having the low intensity value or low contrast in an image is that the individual object and the background that make up the terrain may have a nearly uniform electromagnetic response at the wavelength band of energy that is recorded by the remote sensing system. Means the individual object and the background of the terrain, the reflectance is more kind of the same in nature when it is recorded by the sensor. So many times your sensor will get confused. Maybe it will be saying, oh, it is the same feature. But when you see a satellite image, you will say, no, it's a different feature. They are different feature. So what you have to do, you have to see this different materials often reflect similar amounts of radiant flux throughout the visible near and middle infrared of electromagnetic spectrum. So if you see that, what we are trying to say, that generally what we try to do is we try to take the various bands, because each and every earth object tries to behave differently in different bands. But if you see that in the various band, that is band 1, 2, 3 and 4, if we are talking about least 4 for example, it is green, red, near infrared and shortwave infrared. So if you see that the objects, the reflectance is near more or less same in various bands. So, and there can be other features like people in developing countries are using natural building materials like wood, soil in construction of the urban area. So that can be one of the reasons why we are having a low contrast in the image. The other reason is sensitivity of the detectors. The sensitivity of a detectors means the remote sensing system may lack sufficient sensitivity to record and detect the contrast of the terrain, because many times, because your sensors are too old, it will find the difficulty, because if I wear a glass and if I remove it, maybe this is, I'm wearing a glass that is having a protection from the skin for the harmful radiation that is emitted from your computer, but many people have got that power glasses. So if I remove their glasses, they will be finding the difficulty. In the same way, many times your sensors and the detectors also find the difficulty to sense the object, whether that is a hilly terrain, whether that is a mountainous terrain, because the terrain and topography is undulating. If you go to Himachal, Uttarakhand, somewhere you will be finding a very high mountain, and next to that you will be having a valley where a big river is flowing through. So many times the system or the sensor can get confused and can provide you incorrect recording results that results in low contrast image, although the high and contrast ratio is there. The detectors on most remote sensing centers are designed to record a relatively wide range of spectrum value, as we have already know that they are having the capacity of to record the values that is ranging in case of a 8-bit data that varies from 0 to 255 without becoming saturated. However, very few scenes are composed of brightness value that utilizes the full sensitivity range of the detectors. Means that many times, or obviously in all the images, what you will find that you have got the spectrum that is ranging from 0 to 255, but the number of pixels that has been recorded, they have not occupied the entire spectrum. It can be in between, it can be towards the lower side, it will be towards the higher side. Means the entire spectrum that is from 0 to 255, if we elaborate is, if we enlarge it, the brightness value of the features will be very high. But because we have not used the entire spectrum, what will happen? The contrast will be low in your satellite image. The other reason for having a low contrast in the satellite image is because of atmospheric scattering. Can also be said as radiometric error, where the scattering of electromagnetic energy by the atmosphere reduce the contrast of a scene. So what happens? The contrast of the scene is reduced because of this radiometric error, and this effect is more pronounced in shorter wavelength portion. That's why shorter wavelength portion means blue band is the shortest. That's why your sky is seen as blue in color because of this scattering. Because if you go to electromagnetic spectrum that we have already discussed in our earlier classes, that the shorter wavelengths are more scattered, and the starting visible portion that a human being can see in the visible range is blue, and because of that we see the sky as blue in color. And in the same way, if you see that in the satellite images, initially there was a blue band in each and every sensor, but as there was gradual progress in the technology and technique, generally we have replaced this blue band with green, near infrared band and short wave infrared band, because this band, blue band, is very susceptible to atmospheric scattering. That's why you'll see that the persons who are enjoying photography, they have different kinds of filters. If you want to right now have a photography of a sun, maybe the entire shape and size won't be seen because of the scattering. You will be seeing a white bright some object is there, but if you put some filters into it, you will be seeing a brighter and a more clearer sun. That is because of scattering. Getting it? So you can see these original histogram.
सर स्लाइड चेंज नहीं हो रही फिर से.
Now can you see? Yeah, can you see?
ये सर अब हो गई है, लेकिन फिर वहीं रुक जाती है सर, चेंज नहीं होती साथ साथ.
Can you see?
यस सर.
Yes, sir.
So this is low contrast. If you cannot see, then please inform me, because many times when I'm saying I cannot see whether that is visible. Right now it's visible.
Yes, sir.
Next time onwards I'll be doing that into a I understood. I have to do in PDF mode. So you can see this satellite image, the entire spectrum is from 0 to 255, but maximum values are towards the lower side. Means if you go for the average height is 95. Means out of 255, the maximum range or the values are in between. That's why you have got the maximum pixel and the brightness value. By seeing that, we can see that the brightness or the middle values, number of pixels are very high. What does it suggest? Means these are the number of pixels, range and number of pixels. Range and number. So range is 0 to 255, and here is 0 to 20,832. Means this is the total number of pixels that the in the 0 number, how many number of pixels are there? In 0 to 10, how many number of pixels are there? In the same way, we'll go on increasing. So by seeing an image, we can see that the values which are intermediate, means if I go, means 100 to 125 pixel values are highest in number. So you have to see to that, and then you can see that this is a low contrast in an image and it's histogram. So you can see that whenever there will be a low contrast in an image, you can see that the values of the bands or the pixels are towards the lower end, means closer to 0. If it is closer to 0, means you will be having a dull image, and if all the pixels are closer to 255, you will have a more brighter image. So even if it's more dull, you cannot identify the various earth object. Even if it's very bright, you cannot identify the various earth objects. So for that, you have to select the appropriate band combination so that you can have a balance between this. This one is second figure which suggests that if the contrast is too high, you can see that the rivers, the riverine sand, the water is mixed up with the various agricultural land settlement areas. So if I go for interpretation in the current image, I can only see white features. White features means all the features are more or less same to me. So I'll be saying that if I am saying this is a riverine sand, so until unless the black portion where I can see the black portion, I'll be seeing the entire area as riverine sand, riverine sand, riverine sand. But when I'll go into the field, my entire interpretation, classification through visual or digital will be wrong because the brightness value of the image was very high. That leads to confusion in the class. And if it was very low, I cannot see each and every value. So what we have to do, we have to select the appropriate technique where we can have a balance between this is the original image. You can see that how well, at least if I select these three images, for me I'll go for my original image right now because of this low contrast and the saturation. So what we have to do is we have to change this contrast. Now you know why you need to change the contrast? Why it's important? Anybody?
सर फीचर आइडेंटिफिकेशन के लिए.
फीचर आइडेंटिफिकेशन के लिए हमें जरूरी से देखना है, नहीं तो अगर नहीं करेंगे तो सब अगर लोअर एंड की तरफ रहेगा तो वो तुम्हारा पूरा कॉन्ट्रास्ट विल बी लो एंड इफ इट विल बी टुवर्ड द हायर एंड all with the brighter. So in both the way my purpose is not solved. So I have to select an appropriate technique through which we can have a contrast enhancement. So contrast enhancement expands the original input value to make use of the total range of sensitivity of the display image. So what does contrast enhancement does? It uses the original image pixels value and will try to occupy the entire range of the spectrum, that is 0 to 255, that was not used while recording, while collecting, and now we'll be processing it and we'll try to increase the contrast of the image. Many times when you go for a photography, especially for marriages, you will see that the girl is different or the boy is different and the photography is different. So all those process is done using this contrast enhancement. So what does we do? The density value in a scene are literally pulled further apart, that is expanded over a greater range. So what we are trying to do, we are trying to stretch it. We're trying to stretch and try to occupy the entire space rather than a small space. Like if you go in a reservation bogie and if you go in an unreserved class, in the same seat there are 4 people sitting together, and when you go in the reserved class, if you are sitting all alone and if you are not occupying the entire thing, it will be unutilized, it will be waste. So what you have to do, you can lay down and you can relax, but the same thing cannot be done in a general bogie. In the same way, in the contrast enhancement, what we are trying to say is that in the original image, the entire spectrum was not used. Now, using the existing DL values, what has been recorded by the sensor will be expanded to the maximum so that he or she or the satellite images uses the entire spectrum or any imagery. So the effect is to increase the visual contrast between 2 areas of different uniform density, means trying to increase the contrast. And what finally it will help, this will enable the analyst to determine easily between areas initially having a smaller difference in the intensity. So what will happen if we go on changing it? What will happen? The contrast will be increased, the visibility will be increased, and then we can differentiate between two different earth objects. So we have already seen that how we are going to do it. Now there are two types of contrast enhancement technique that we'll be doing into the detail tomorrow. This is the last slide that will be ending today. That it is divided into two process or two method. One is linear stretch, one other one is non-linear stretch. So in linear stretch, again, that is subdivided into various classes, that is minimum and maximum stage, percentage stage, standard deviation stage, piecewise stage, sawtooth stage. Means that is more kind of uh, operation where we are concentrating on the mathematical value of the pixels, because in digital image processing is totally based on your mathematical principles. So here you can see that here we are taking out all the mathematics, so you have to do a lot of mathematics when you are trying to do digital image processing. And in linear non-linear contrast stretch, will be using logarithm, inverse log, exponential, square root. So the difference is in contrast enhancement, linear stretch will be having a linear relationship, and the non-linear do not follow any non-linear relationship between the various earth objects. So from tomorrow we'll be doing in detail about the various linear and the non-linear contrast technique. So now we can have 3 minutes of discussion. Thereafter, we can close off for today's class. Yeah. Anybody brief ki what today we learned? What was the output? And finally, uh, what we are trying to do in our satellite images, or what we'll try to do in your practicals. Anybody, please. Either you say voluntarily, or I will be calling out the name and then you have to speak. Masmi? Unmute yourself, Masmi. Your voice is, yeah. What we have learned today?
So we will learn the technique.
Yeah.
Image enhancement is
It's not clear.
and to the image.
Loud. I cannot hear you. Your voice is not clear. I cannot hear you. Anybody else, please sum it up. Anybody? अरे हिंदी में बोल दो भाई. किसी को कुछ समझ में नहीं आया, मैं तो ये मानूंगा फिर सारा वेस्ट हो गया. समझ में आया कि नहीं, ये तो बताओ. चलो.
यस सर.
क्या समझ में आया? कोई तो कुछ बता ही नहीं रहा.
सर इमेज इन्हांसमेंट टेक्निक में सर आज हमने सर कॉन्ट्रास्ट उसका कंट्रास्ट सर वो उसके बारे में सर गेन किया इन्फॉर्मेशन कि अगर कंट्रास्ट वेरी लो है सर तब भी विजिबिलिटी जो है उसकी क्लियर नहीं होगी, और वेरी हाई है तब भी उसका फीचर आइडेंटिफिकेशन बहुत क्लियर नहीं हो पाएगा सर. उसको
तो ये हाँ बोलिए.
हाँ सर, उसको सर एवरेज वो करेंगे हम.
हाँ, तो अलग अलग तरीका है जिसको अभी पढ़ेंगे हम लोग आगे.
यस
क्यों होता है ये, किसके कारण होता है?
सर ये सेंसर डिफॉल्ट होता है सर.
सेंसर भी हो सकता है, एटमॉस्फेयर भी हो सकता है, बैकग्राउंड भी हो सकता है. बहुत सारी चीजें हैं जिसके बेस पे होता है, सिर्फ एक चीज का नहीं है. लेकिन ओवरऑल चलो आज यहाँ तक हो गया. कल हम लोग पढ़ेंगे नॉन लीनियर और लीनियर हिस्टोग्राम इक्वलाइजेशन. तो आज के लिए इतना ही है. Okay, then take care. Bye.